Today I'm going to show you how to fix an iron skillet and turn it from this to that so that you can enjoy your iron skillet. So what happened, this one I use pretty much daily. This one had been stored away, obviously not properly. And then I also have my small one that needs a little seasoning, but it's not rusty. So there's a couple of things. The worst thing for iron is water. So never let your iron skillet, don't leave water on it. Don't put it in a real humid place. Always kind of keep it dry and greased. Now this pan, actually all three of these are decades old. So obviously if you buy a brand new one that's never been used, you'll treat it a bit differently to get it seasoned. This one is already seasoned. This one, I have got to get all of this rusty look out of it, and then we'll season it again. So what I'm going to do is, and yeah, you can use kosher salt. It's a lot coarser, but obviously I don't have that. I'm using just regular salt. That's sea salt, actually. And I'll use just a tad of water. I don't want enough water in there to melt the salt. I just want it to be able to scrub. So I'm going to start scrubbing. And obviously, I need a little bit more. You can use a sponge. I don't like to use anything too coarse. You want to get the sides, inside, outside, anything that is rusted or been stored not correctly. And if it's real bad, your salt will turn brown or black, and you'll have to do it a couple of times. But this one is very mild. I can still feel a little something on the bottom as I scrub across. If you can feel it, then it needs to be scrubbed off. Because what you want to end up with is a very smooth pan. So let me rinse that real quick and let's see if it's smooth enough. So I like to run my hand across it. Okay, you can see where the water is separating a little bit. So I would need to do this one more time. Not going to add as much water, just got a damp rag. So it'll be a little more coarse. If you take care of your iron skillet, they will last you indefinitely. Just remember that water is an enemy. Now, and never put a hot iron pan, into cold water. You can put it in hot water. But the cold water could bust your iron. Now, you could ask me how I know that. And that would be because years ago, I did that very thing. Okay, you can see this is a little more coarse, so now it's turning brown because it's getting that rusty color off. Now, just gonna rinse it. If you have any on the back or the side, you'll need to do the same thing. Now, and never put your iron skillet in a dishwasher. Just too much. And an iron skillet's the best thing you can cook with because it's good for you. You get iron into your food that way. So dry it really good. Some people will put it on the stove at this point and let it warm up. I don't do that. I just kind of fan it a little bit, make sure there's no water. And then I use Crisco. Now, a lot of people use different oils. I like Crisco because it's got a very high fat content. I use a paper towel and I'll scoop a little out. Then I'm going to rub it in. Now, at this point, some people heat it up. This pan was not bad enough to have to recook it or bake it. So you want to rub it in. Just keep rubbing. Sides, just every little spot you see, you want to rub it in there. The edges, the handle, the outside. You just don't ever want your skillets to get real dried out because then they don't cook as well. I'm going to get me another paper towel. And I'm going to wipe that out just a little bit more. Wipe everything off. Now what's going to happen is that is going to seep down in there. Iron is very porous, so it'll soak it up. And I may do this a couple of times before I use it again. And one of the best ways is cooking high-fat foods like chicken, steaks, things like that. Go ahead and cook it in there because that is one of the best ways to season it is by cooking with it. Now that one I'm going to set here. This one didn't have any, but it is looking a little dry. So at that point, I need to oil it. This is a little 6-inch pan, and this is perfect for 1 or 2 people. I love this little pan, especially for like a little small thing of cornbread. Like I said, all my pans are decades old. My mother had them for, oh my goodness, I couldn't tell you how long. Ever since I can remember. So as you can see, I didn't even have to do anything to this one except rub a little Crisco on it. Lard, just something with high fat is the best. Now, to store them, you can stack them. Let me show you. There's different ways to store them, but I like to place a paper towel, and you can stack them this way. But you don't want to just put iron on top of iron or anything else on your pan. And then there you have it. I hope this helps somebody. Because I love iron skillets. And I try to get away from as much nonstick as I can. Now, like I said, if you buy one new, there's a different process. You will need to bake it for a time. But if you're lucky enough to have some sent, just passed down for decades, you'll have a wonderful, wonderful piece of equipment in your kitchen that you can cook anything. So I hope this helps somebody. I'll see you in the next video.